We're live on the internet. Can I go to my place now?
Yes.
Yes.
You are released.
I won't be able to see you. Should we like spotlight you maybe?
No.
I guess I'm just gonna struggle. I guess I'm just gonna struggle. Thank you.
You can spotlight if you want.
Well, I'm not doing anything now. Oh no, gotta sit Zazen first. Oh. I told you. Hey, Aki.
Hey.
We're not sewing today.
Oh, we're not.
We're doing the Ryaku Fusatsu today.
Oh. I mean, I could do that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if you run away, nobody will tell on you. Although it is already on YouTube, so.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, well. That's okay.
Well, good afternoon, evening, morning, night, whatever it is there. Good to see you all. We're gathering under the full moon, whether it's visible. Circular spherical planets, so complicated. Whether you see the moon or not see the moon is now full. So we're gathering to recommit to the precepts. So we'll have a little ceremony beforehand. It's a lot like the Zazen Kai. But yeah, you should all be able to follow along. But we'll start first with a short period of Zazen. And you can sit right where you are if you'd like. Sorry, everybody. The dog was out with the family, so we got home. She's excited. Okay.
I'm gonna spotlight you just for the ceremony, and then I'm gonna unspotlight you, okay? Everyone, there's gonna be prostrations just like in the Zazen, both at the beginning and then when we do the homages. So if you want to prostrate or something, just, Kote's got it this month. Oh gosh, I can't see you at all.
Well,
It's okay.
that's terrible. I'm here.
It's okay. We'll make it work. Ready?
Ready. I kind of gave a long rambling talk last month before we got started. So this month I want to do a really short talk instead. During Jukai, I know every once in a while Jundo will mention how in Japan, during Jukai, there is a sense in which the precept ceremony is a thing unto itself. At Treeleaf, we spend a few months really working with the precepts, and we read about them and we talk about them and we reflect on them, and it feels like a building towards the ceremony and undertaking the precepts. And this week I had just a sudden I can see why it would be that way. All right, dog. Let me have your toy. Okay, lay down. In Shobogenzo, Dogen has that sort of famous passage about firewood does not become ash. that we don't think of firewood as the before and ash as the after. That each is complete and in and of itself. And I feel like there is a sense in which the moment of renewing the precepts is complete and in and of itself. There is not one who takes the precepts and one who breaks the precepts. Let me try that again. There is one who takes the precepts, and there is one who may break a precept. One does not become the other. So in the moment that we fully open our hearts and undertake the precepts, that is complete and in and of itself. And each moment of our life when we attempt to follow the precepts, each of those moments is complete and of themselves. So you should try to keep these precepts. That's so zen. I feel like I should go wash my mouth out with soap now, but it's my poor attempt at a pep talk that it is okay in the coming month when you slip up and anger arises and you feed it for a bit. That moment was complete and of itself as well. And if in the next moment you return to living by the precepts, this is good. We should try to keep these precepts. Okay, enough. The great precepts of Gautama Buddha were kept by all Buddhas. They were transmitted from Buddha to Buddha. They were received by ancestor after ancestor. Our great master Gautama Buddha transmitted the precepts to Master Mahakashyapa. Master Mahakashyapa transmitted the precepts to Master Ananda. And the transmission of the precepts has continued in this way, passing from orthodox successor to orthodox successor in one line. Now we reaffirm our commitment to the precepts, to return the profound benevolence of Gautama Buddha. We trust this to be the true reception of Gautama Buddha's wisdom and life. Respectfully following the approval of Gautama Buddha, we would like to devote ourselves to the precepts, beginning with atonement for past misdeeds. Now we're going to recite the verse of atonement 3 times.
All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind, now I atone for them all. All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind, now I atone for them all. All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind, now I atone for them all. If you would like to prostrate for this part, you please stand up in Gasho.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I couldn't reach my sheet.
Okay. Homage to the seven Buddhas of the past, as symbols of our connection through time. Homage to Shakyamuni Buddha, a person of this earth. Homage to Miroku Buddha, symbol of our hope for the future. Homage to Monju Bodhisattva, symbol of great wisdom. Homage to Shugen Bodhisattva, symbol of great activity. Homage to Kanzeon Bodhisattva, symbol of great compassion. Homage to the successive generations of ancestor Bodhisattvas.
So now we'll have our water purification ceremony. So if you brought water and a bit of greenery, that's wonderful. If you don't have one, just manifest one for us. And mime it. This is good too. So we take our greenery, visible or invisible, dip it in some water, and sprinkle it over yourself. This is a symbolic purification of your heart and mind. Past misdeeds are cleansed away, and we're going to do better in the future. All you disciples of the Buddha, join your palms in reverence and listen wholeheartedly. I would like now to articulate the preface to the great precepts of the Buddhas. If the members of the assembly will quietly listen, and they know they have done wrong, they will atone. If they atone, then they will be at ease. If they do not repent, their wrongdoing will grow more grievous. Those who have done wrong are silent, and because of their silence, you should know that they are all purified. Worthy monks, laymen, laywomen, and all the rest, please listen well. In this difficult age, when the lifetime of the Buddha sometimes seems distant, you should revere the Pratimoksha. The Pratimoksha is none other than these precepts. When you observe these precepts, it is like darkness meeting with light. It is like someone poor attaining a treasure. It is like someone who is ill being healed. It is like a prisoner being released from his chains. It is like a traveler who is able to return home. You should know that these rules, the Pratimoksha, are the great teacher for this assembly of people, no different from the presence of the Buddhas in this world here and now. Thoughts of fear are difficult to produce. Unwholesome thoughts are difficult to give rise to. Therefore, a sutra says, do not trivialize minor misdeeds as if they are not problematic. Drops of water, though tiny, will gradually fill a large basin. A single instant of wrongdoing can lead you to fall into a hell of uninterrupted suffering. Once you lose your human body, you may not get another for 10,000 kalpas. Just as a galloping horse passes by swiftly, one's physical strength will not remain. The transience of human life goes beyond the mountains and seas. Even if something remains for the duration of one day, it will be quite difficult to hold on to tomorrow. Members of the assembly should each energetically advance your own minds. Be careful not to be lazy, negligent, drowsy, or arbitrary. In the evening, please gather your thoughts and focus them firmly upon the three treasures. Do not take as being a waste of time the effort to deepen your repentance for those of later generations. Members of the assembly, each of you in your own minds should carefully rely upon these precepts. Discipline yourselves in the practices that accord with the Buddha's teachings. And we'll start with the three refuges. Respectful devotion to Buddha. Respectful devotion to Dharma. Respectful devotion to Sangha. Devotion to Buddha, the Supreme One. Devotion to Dharma, the supreme purity and teaching. Devotion to Sangha, the supreme community. Perfect devotion to Buddha. Perfect devotion to Dharma. Perfect devotion to Sangha. Now the three pure precepts. Today I reaffirm my commitment to seek as I can in this body and life to avoid doing harm. To seek as I can in this body and life to live in a healthful and helping way, doing good. To seek as I can in this body and life to live for the benefit of all sentient beings. Now the 10 fundamental precepts. Today I reaffirm my commitment to seek as I can in this body and life to refrain from the killing of life. To seek as I can in this body and life to live in generosity and refrain from taking that which is not given. To seek as I can in this body and life to refrain from misusing sexuality and all desire. To seek as I can in this body and life to refrain from false and malicious speech. To seek as I can in this body and life to refrain from intoxication in its many forms. To seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from unconstructively criticizing the errors and faults of others. To seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from praising oneself and judging others. To seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from stinginess in bestowing the Buddhist teachings and all precious things. To seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from all anger. To seek as I can in this body and life, to refrain from disparaging the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable. Abiding in this ephemeral world, may we exist in muddy water with purity like a lotus. Nothing escapes the boundless mind. Thus we bow to Buddha. Buddha nature pervades the whole universe, reality existing right here now. In reaffirming our commitments to the precepts, we dedicate our sincere efforts to Shakyamuni Buddha, honored one, the historical Buddha and teacher, to the all-pervading and everlasting three treasures, to all arhats and bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, and their relations throughout the Dharma worlds. May our sincere vows to accomplish and live the enlightened way be realized together. All Buddhas throughout space and time. All Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, Maha, Prajna, Paramita. Lovely, everyone. I think, after, as we say after Jukai, please go out and live your life. It's lovely to practice with you and recommit. In this moment, good intention.
Going back to snapping? Bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
We did it.